Good morning, seventh grade. So, very soon, well, in your case, you'll see it. Today's assignment is conclusions. What are they? How do we make them? And the phrase is actually drawing conclusions. So today, let's see if I can spell it correctly. Drawing conclusions. Okay? I'm going to share these slides with you. So when you open them up, Monday, October 12th, drawing conclusions. That's what we're going to be able to do by the end of the day today. That's really exciting. Oh no, come on. Let's get you working. That's what we're going to learn today, okay? So, remember, these are the steps in our experiment. We've been doing these for a couple weeks now, but I just wanted to show you the steps again. We identify the question or problem we try to answer. Last week, it was more along the lines of how could we make paper planes fly and how could we make them fly well. We set up our controlled experiment to test our prediction. We run the experiment to record our observations. What are we learning? And then we summarize our results and draw conclusions. That's what today's focus is. And while the phrase might be new, this is stuff you've actually been doing for so long already. Drawing a conclusions means it's to make a statement, so you're making sentences, not asking questions, and you summarize what you learned in an experiment. So like when we did our paper plane experiment on Friday, those were steps 7 and 8. You were kind of summarizing which plane ended up flying better, why do you think it ended up flying better. Our conclusions are meant to be shared with other people, so we have to be clear about what we say. All right, so here's an example scenario, okay? Leon and Jobel are classmates who are friends, okay? So those are our two main characters, Leon and Jobel. Frequently, as friends do, they argue about who is right over several different topics. You know, one of them might be, who's the better basketball player? Michael Jordan or LeBron? Personally, I think, just statistically speaking, LeBron. But if you just talk about a mentality piece, you know, MJ just never backed down. He was always coming at you. So, a little bit different there. Which anime is better? Is Naruto better or is My Hero Academia better? Or who the favorite teacher is? But obviously, you know, they quickly agreed that Mr. P is pretty cool, so they moved on from that. But today, however, they argued about something else. Today, they disagreed about what part of the day is hottest. All right, they disagreed when the hottest part of the day is. Leon exclaimed, "The hottest day is at noon, 12 o'clock p.m. sharp." Jobel argues, no way! The day is hottest later in the day, like around 3. Which friend is right? How can we answer this scientifically? So in our next few slides, we're going to show these steps. So, slide 5, 6, boom. So they decided to set up an experiment. First, what is the question, and then their predictions. When is it hottest in the day? That is the experimental question that they both want to answer. They want to be right. Leon's prediction is, I believe it is warmest in the day at about noon, so like 12 p.m. Jobel's prediction is, I believe it is warmest in the day around 3. Type your prediction here, okay? So you are going to create your prediction with them. Do you agree with one of them? Do you think it's warmer in a different part of the day? Type your prediction in here, and you would start with, I believe it is warmest in the day, and then pick your time. All right? So, slide 7, setting up their experiment. They want to be fair, because they know if they lie to their friend, they'd lose trust in each other and their friendship, and they didn't want to lose that. So, here's how they set up their experiment. They record the temperature every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. So they're recording it at 9, 10, 11, 12, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock. So 10 different hours in the day. They're recording it every hour, once a day for every hour, 10 times a day. They will repeat this step every day for a month. So they did it every single day in July. It's incredible. They did it for 31 days because they know that if they only did it for one day, you might not have really good data. So they did more data, they did more days to get more accurate results. And they made a graph to clearly see their data over the month. So, every day for a month, they recorded their temperature, like we said, from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. And they collected their data, and then they made this graph. Check it out. It shows the average daily temperatures for July. They use degrees Celsius. It's similar to Fahrenheit. 35 degrees Celsius is 95 degrees Fahrenheit. And so that's kind of their ruling. And just to give you guys another idea, you could say like 25 degrees Celsius is like 77. Okay, so 25 degrees Celsius is 77, 35 is 95. So about every 10 degrees Celsius is like 18 degrees Fahrenheit-ish. Okay, and so that was the data they collected. So according to the data, what time of day is hottest? Is it hottest at 9, 10, 11, noon, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock? Type your answer in there. Was Leon's, Jobel's, or your prediction correct? If you don't remember, you can go back to slide 6 if we don't remember our predictions. So you would look at Leon's prediction, Jobel's prediction, and your prediction. And you would type your answer in there. Slide 10, we are going to summarize our results and draw conclusions from Leon. This is an example. So we can say example Leon. So Leon's prediction, I believe it is warmest in the day at about noon. So drawing conclusions again, we make a statement summarizing what we learned from an experiment. So what did Leon learn? Leon is able to conclude that the warmest part of the day is not at noon like he thought, but it is actually later in the day around 3 p.m. That conclusion is wonderful. It states what happened in the experiment, states our data, states what he learned. He thought it was noon, but no, the data shows us that it's hottest at 3. Now, Jobel has their experiment too. Okay, Jobel predicted that I believe it is warmest in the day around 3 p.m. What is Jobel able to conclude? Jobel's able to conclude that the warmest part of the day is at 3 p.m. just like they thought. So the data supported their prediction. That is what Jobel is able to conclude. Okay. Now, it's your job on slide 12. You'll need to go in and you'll need to type your prediction in again. All right. Whatever you typed on slide 6 should go into this first blank here. Okay. Then drawing conclusions. This is what you're making. What are you able to conclude from this experiment? Was your prediction like Leon's, where Leon was wrong, but he still learned something, which is great? Was your predictions, Leon's. Was his, I already said that. Or was your prediction like Jobel's? Jobel predicted accurately, and therefore they learned that they were right, that their guess was more accurate. What did you learn from this experiment? What can you conclude about how the warmest part of the day in July would be? All right. After you answer your last two questions on slide 12, uh, you learned today what conclusions are and how to make them. Awesome for you. That deserves another rap air horn. If you have questions, make sure you email me or send me a private message for this assignment. Please submit these slides into Google Classroom. The due date, let's make it tomorrow, or let's say Tuesday, October 13th. Let's say by 6 p.m. Make sure you're just checking Synergy or not Synergy, it's Synergy on my end, but Student View for your grades and any missing assignments. Email me again if you have questions. Otherwise, I really hope you have a fantastic day. Enjoy it.